Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Teen Shallot, and today we're going to be talking about a what if that you guys haven't heard of in a while, or you guys haven't even heard of it altogether. But today we're going to be doing a new one that I thought of. Maybe I should do a one-shot what if, see if you guys liked it or not, and maybe continue to make it to a series. Today we're going to be talking about what if Deku trained before he met All Might. Basically what I mean is that he trained his body before he met All Might, which means that he would have full cowling before the entrance exam. So let's just get on with it. Deku found out that he was quirkless at the age of 4, and he was bullied every single day. He was depressed, but he always still had that semblance of hope to become a hero. Now he's 12 years old, and this is where we diverted from the anime. This is where his story changes. Deku decided that if he wanted to be a hero, he had all these notes about heroes. But what he noticed is that they trained themselves to be able to use these quirks. And they trained their bodies to be able to handle the power that they're outputting. To become strong, physically fit. So he decided, why don't I do the same? I may not have a quirk, but I can still practice and I can still train myself so that I can defend against people who think that being quirkless means you're weak. But then in reality, I'm strong. So for the next 3 years, until the beginning of the anime, Deku started training his body a lot more. He learned basic hand-to-hand. He learned Krav Maga and Capoeira. And that's basically the two martial arts that he was learning, and basic hand-to-hand. Now, he did a lot of strength exercises. He used to go to the gym every day, every 4 days a week. He didn't go every day because that's overworking yourself, and that has a negative effect on what you want in a workout. And because I would know because I watched a lot of videos on it. So he would always keep doing that every 4 days, then have 3 break days in between, take a shower. Then he always had one cheat day at the end of the month. So then he could just, keep his body up to physical capacity and not really kill himself doing exercise. And that's how it really was going for him right now. After that, Deku went with the idea to start, going for gymnastics. You start going for gymnastic classes so he can become flexible, to move fluidly. And then he decided to do that as well. So he took gymnastic classes on the days after the gym, which was like Monday gym, gymnastics Tuesday, gym Wednesday, Thursday gymnastics, Friday gym, then gymnastics on Saturday, and then gym Sunday. Basically that was his routine. And one day when he was 14 years old, it's been like a year, or he's been 2 years, he's been doing this. So he's now 14, and then he saw something that he never saw before. People were going over the roofs, and they were jumping over the roofs and parkouring. Deku decided that maybe he should do this. Maybe he should try to parkour. And after a few occurrences, he kept seeing them. So he decided to gather up the courage to go ask whether he could train with them or not. They said yes. Actually, surprisingly, they said yes to Deku. Deku was surprised. He didn't really think they'd say yes. And so, for 1 year, he learned how to parkour and jump off the roof, take leaps of faith. Basically, he became a parkour legend in a year for a 15-year-old. Now it's the beginning of the anime. Deku does not have a big change. No, he knows Capoeira. He's a intermediate level. He's intermediate level with Krav Maga. Now he's intermediate level of hand-to-hand. He has a six-pack. Nothing too major. Yes, but definitely he has a six-pack, guys. And he's well built to the point where it's just right and not gross. So he takes what he gets, and then he goes and starts running. And he starts monologuing about how, how he's gonna be the greatest hero ever, how this is gonna happen. Basically the start of the anime, but he's running. And then he sees the villain just standing there. And then he starts taking notes and everything. And then he arrives at class. So now Deku's at class. And, the teacher, the whole anime scene is all the same. Everything the same happens. And then the teacher says, well, so I heard Midoriya wants to be a student at UA. Now here's where the anime also changes somewhat as well. Bakugo comes and he starts blowing up Deku's desk. And then Deku's like, the hell was that for, Kachan? And then Bakugo's like, you talk back to me, nerd? You heard what I said, Kachan. Over the lessons of being beaten down brutally by learning the Krav Maga, capoeira, martial arts, hand-to-hand, by learning all that, and the cruel reality of parkour by running away from the police, he turned into a hardened, more confident, more courageous man. He still has a big cinnamon roll that you guys all love, but he's gonna be a bit more of a better man around Bakugo. Alright, he's not gonna be that guy who just lets Bakugo roll all over him. So, Deku went up and then he said, "You wanna fight, Bakugo?" Bakugo was a bit taken aback. He had never heard Deku ever say once to him that he wanted to fight. He knew something must have been wrong, but he did not know what. So he said, he just backed off. It was the end of the class. Bakugo came in and he said, "You think you're better than me, nerd? You think you're better than me? You think you have any chance? You're quirkless, you're a loser. You know, maybe if you wanted a quirk, you should just take a swine dove off the roof." Now this is where the last straw happened for Deku. Deku said, "Bakugo, shut the hell up. Nobody cares. Alright, you're better than me. You're better than me. You're stronger than me. Nobody gives a beep. Alright? I'm out here grinding, trying to control myself, trying to work my body. I don't have time for your bullshit. Ooh, teacher should have folded your ass. Ooh." And then he left, leaving everybody speechless of what he just said to Bakugo. Now, if all of you know, all of you should know where this came from. Okay, it's a very famous thing from Long Beach Graffiti of Deku having enough. I might leave a description in the video below so you can just see the original yourself. But let's continue. Bakugo thought something was really wrong. Deku would never be this hostile. But he decided not to question it and just went on with his regular day. Deku was walking on the bridge thinking about, what is that Bakugo thing, this asshole? Think he can just tell me to go kill myself? What if I did? How would he feel then, huh? I might as well not focus on it. Just go home, train and everything, and then get ready to go to UA. I'll show everybody that someone who's quirkless can become a hero. But if someone did try to give me a quirk, if I still had a chance to go to quirk, I wouldn't turn it down, that's for sure. Deku was talking to himself, and then the manhole cover went up. And there came this little villain. And he's like, "Nice, a strong body. Might be a bit tight of a fit, but I could make do." So he went and started, choking Deku and everything. But Deku learned how to control his breath style. No, he is not gonna get Tanjiro's breath styles. He's not gonna get those OP styles that everybody in what's it called? Demon Slayer has. No, because those are just OP, OP. So I'm not gonna do that. So Deku went for it and he said, "Look." Deku thought in his mind, "Wait, how can I hit him? Wait, dude, I think I might have a weapon in here." Then he pulled out a taser. And he's like, "Alright, I knew it was a good job to bring this taser along with me." And so, Deku went forward and he started tasing the eye of the villain. And then the villain started screaming in pain. Because guys, Deku, since he's quirkless, he got a government mandated taser to protect himself from potential villains. So, he would be safe. He went along. And the villain was not happy whatsoever. And he started going even harder on his efforts to drown Midoriya. Now, Midoriya did not really take too kindly to this, so he went forward and he said, "Look," and he said in his head, I'm choking. I got, 10 seconds left." Then, out of nowhere, from the pipes himself, came the myth, the man, the legend, known as All Might, Toshinori Yagi, I say so myself. And he went forward and he got out and he said, "Never fear, because I am here to save you, citizen." And then he went for it, he said, "Texas smash!" And then he went and attacked Deku. Threw a punch towards Deku. Deku was a bit surprised, but then he got blasted out of the villain. The villain took a gigantic hit and went everywhere. Deku's inside and said, "Oh, that's gross. Man, who just does that? Oh, that's disgusting." But it doesn't matter. So he was walking. Then All Might came up, bagged all the villain. Then Deku asked for an autograph. Basically, everything in the anime happened the same, except Deku did not say, "Oh, this will be a family heirloom and everything." No, that did not happen. Okay, Deku is not that big of a fan. He's still a fanboy. He's just not on that level. Now, next we go up to when he grabbed on All Might's leg, and he said, "All Might, I need to ask you something." And All Might, basically everything happened the same in the anime. Then Deku asked him if he was quirkless. Same thing happened in the anime. Basically everything that happened in the anime is still happening the same. Okay, and then Deku felt a bit depressed, but then All Might saw fire in Deku's eyes to become a hero. And he knew right then he might be concerned to giving him one for all, but not yet. He didn't really see anything extraordinary for him to give him one for all. So he went forward and he said, "Alright kid, go back, they might let you in." And then they saw a gigantic explosion. And then and then Deku went forward and he saw, "Oh, this must have been my fault. Didn't the sludge villain get here? No. All Might must have lost the sludge villain because I went into his wave. He lost his time and he couldn't bring the sludge villain. Man, I'm such a loser." And then All Might was thinking the same thing. He's like, "I'm such a loser. I told that kid who was quirkless that he couldn't be a hero. But here I am, not even doing anything. Man, how far have I fallen?" And then Deku sees Bakugo. His heart stops. He's wondering, should I save him? And Deku decided, yes. He went forward with it. He blindly ran in there to save his bully, Bakugo, who did not deserve any help from Deku because Deku is an amazing guy. So, Deku went forward and he started clawing at this villain. And then he took out a taser and started electrocuting the villain's eye. Of course, Bakugo was getting hurt, but Deku did not really care because Bakugo's a prick. So, Deku went and he said, "Okay, Bakugo, grab my hand." And then Bakugo's like, "I don't need your help, nerd. Just grab my hand, you jerk." So Bakugo reluctantly grabbed Deku's hand. Deku pulled him out of the sludge villain, went with the taser and started shocking the sludge villain even more, harder and harder. And then All Might saw this. He's like, "This kid is quirkless and he's taking down the villain, albeit with a taser. He could really become a user of One for All. And look at me, just a tiny skull or frail man. I have to go beyond my limits and go save him and show him why I became a hero, why he has what it takes to become a hero. I need to tell him that. I need to show him why I am the #1 hero." And then All Might buffs up and he goes towards the sludge villain, grabs it, and he said, "You, a quirkless kid who I thought had no potential, had the fiery passion to still become a hero after I said you couldn't. You inspired me to go forward beyond my limits. Detroit smash!" And he blew away the villain. And then the weather started changing. And Deku was muttering, and he's like, "Wait, the weather's changing? How? The amount of force that he would need to change the weather. This is amazing. How do you get this powerful?" And then Bakugo was like, "Nerd, you better stop muttering right now. I will not want to have to deal with you." And Deku's like, "Oh, shut up. Who cares?" And then Deku said that, "Okay." Then Deku just went away. The heroes tried to scold him, but All Might stopped them. He said something that Deku thought he would never hear. He said, "That kid acted like a true hero. Unlike us. We could have helped him, but we decided not to because we were not ready. Look at him. He's quirkless, and he did our jobs for us. That makes the rest of us look lazy, useless." And I think he was right. If we can't even save one boy, what makes you think that we can save? What makes you think that he couldn't? So, look at me. I want all of you to know that I believe he can be a hero. This is a message to all the quirkless people in the world. That kid over there, he showed what it took to be a hero. He showed that any quirkless man can be a hero. So all you quirkless out there, by the name of All Might, I swear I will support all those who... I support all of those that are quirkless, so they can become heroes too. This message reverberated around the whole world, sending the whole world into a kind of a situation that was not needed to be talked about. And then the world was all in confusion that the number one heroes started supporting quirkless. Quirkless around the world were standing up, rising against their superiors. And they started defending themselves, learning how to fight, learning to try to become heroes, maybe vigilantes on the streets. But right now it was a small movement. Nothing too major. But the hints of this happening were there. It's not like nobody was gonna do nothing. After all, it was All Might who said it. And so, they decided that now was the time. Time for Deku to get one for all. And so, All Might found Deku walking on the street after Bakugo met Deku. And then, Deku said something to Bakugo, and then they left. And then came All Might. All Might said, "Young Midoriya, you showed me what it truly meant to become a hero. If it weren't for you, I would not have gone over my limits and went and defend you or saved your life. You showed me what it truly meant to become a hero once more. You, a quirkless boy who had no reason to go down there, no reason to risk your life, saved another boy when all us heroes couldn't. You truly deserve the title of hero." And so, Deku was happy. He started crying on the ground. Finally, that someone acknowledged his dream to become a hero. And then All Might said, "For all the grandeur in the world, I offer you my power, my quirk." Deku's like, "Huh?" "Yes, kid." So he basically, All Might explains one for all what it does, what it is, all its factors, applications. And then Deku says, "I will take it." And so, it was time for the next day. They met up, and All Might told Deku, gave Deku a whole healthy plan, told him his body wasn't ready for one for all, and that he had to clean out the whole beach. Actually, the area of the beach, not the whole thing, because that's kind of overkill. And so Deku went and he started that. 7 months later. Yes, guys, in 7 months, Deku had cleaned up the whole damn beach. And then All Might was surprised. This kid, he thought he wasn't ready, but he's cleaned up the whole beach in 7 months? This was amazing progress. And so, Deku asked All Might, "Was this good? Did I do good?" And All Might was happy. He's like, "Yes, you did amazing. And so, I feel like you're ready to give my quirk, to take my quirk. Here it is." He plucked off a hair and he said, "Eat this." And yeah, guys, that's where I'm going to be ending part 1, or maybe a one-shot of what if Deku trained before he met All Might. Now, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them in the next part. This is Teen Shallot, out of here.